To the Board of Commissioners special call meeting work session for September 22nd, 2015. We have one item this afternoon from Cobb County Transportation Agency. Director DeMassimo, I believe we have a very special guest.
Mr. Chairman, County Commissioners, and County Manager, the Department routinely participates in peer reviews and exchanges that serve to inform the community of economic growth within our county and the state. Most recently, the Department of Transportation contributed to an informational video produced by CSX Corporation. CSX is one of the nation's leading transportation suppliers of goods. Their rail-based transportation services include approximately 21,000 miles of track through 23 states, as well as the District of Columbia and parts of Canada. This expansive rail network helps to relieve traffic congestion on various Cobb County thoroughfares and highways that would otherwise be used for delivery of goods. Serving large market areas, Cobb County is fortunate to be located in a part of Georgia that is included in this rail network. With that, I would like to ask Craig Camuso, CSX Regional VP of State and Government Affairs, to come forward and share the video with you.
Thank you, Faye. Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, Mr. Hankerson, thanks for having me. CSX is really thrilled with a video that we have put together, and what we'll do, it's 7 minutes long, and really talks about what CSX means to the state, but conversely what the state means to CSX. And as Faye just mentioned, we have a 23-state network, but Georgia is very, very important, and of course the line that runs through Cobb County is extremely important. So I'll go ahead and we'll show the video, and then afterwards answer some questions. But it's we're proud of it. There might be a familiar face in there, as well as a couple of familiar places. But the purpose of the video is to showcase this throughout the state of the vast network of CSX within Georgia. So if we could start that, that'd be great.
CSX delivers essential goods, drives economic development, improves the environment, and supports communities across the great state of Georgia.
One of the things that make Georgia big and great has been CSX.
When I think of CSX, I think of safety and customer service.
They've just been a great partner and a collaborative partner and worked with us and expanded as our customer base has expanded.
We see the CSX operations every day, and we know when we see those trains coming through the community that means economic prosperity.
Georgia's location is central to the transportation network of the entire Southeast. For decades, CSX Rail Service has supported the state's transportation needs, enabling Georgia businesses to ship goods to customers worldwide, creating jobs and strengthening communities. This partnership has been key to Georgia's transformation into an economic powerhouse and manufacturing leader. Today, CSX employs nearly 3,200 people, operates more than 1,600 miles of mainline track, and handles more than 1.9 million carloads of freight in the Peach State. It's home to our Railroad Education and Development Institute, where we have trained CSX employees and first responders from across the nation. And our facilities in Fairburn, Lawrenceville, Waycross, the Port of Savannah, along with multiple facilities in Atlanta, have helped businesses in the surrounding areas grow.
Gerdau chooses to use rail for majority of our shipments due to the efficiency of transporting our products to our customers. CSX delivers our raw material, which we use in our processes to make steel. We use CSX again to ship that finished product to our customers. And having CSX service us is huge for our industry. CSX is a big part of why a lot of industries move to the Cartersville area, and that's to have that direct access to CSX.
And one of the great things that has differentiated us over the years is the ability to have rail service partners and provide rail services at all of our terminals and all of our port facilities. For our customers to have the ability to unload cargo off their ships and that same day to be able to deliver them to the yard that we're standing in, load them on trains, CSX customers on these trains, and to be able to deliver them throughout the Southeast. They are a great partner of ours.
CSX President at Waycross is huge. has been for many, many years. Local economy is certainly dependent upon CSX, quite frankly. Many businesses export and, of course, import their goods. And, of course, the things that obviously make up this community because of the fact that the railroad is here.
CSX has a tremendous presence in Cobb County. When we're recruiting businesses to Cobb, what we're finding is it's not one thing, it's many different things that they're looking for. And with our access to not only the interstate system, but to a rail network, that gives us a competitive edge, and it gives anyone who can demonstrate that kind of reliability of services that same sort of economic competitive edge.
CSX's operations in Georgia have helped pave the way for economic development throughout the state. In 2014, we invested nearly $130 million in our Georgia network, and our customers invested another $61 million by building new facilities and expanding operations along the CSX network. These investments from the railroad and our customers continue to create new jobs for Georgians. And over the last decade, CSX has invested more than $184 million in transportation, lodging, and travel costs to train employees at our Railroad Education and Development Institute in Atlanta, further contributing to Georgia's economic growth. This targeted economic investment has helped local companies and the communities in which they operate grow into thriving business and cultural centers. We are proud to play an integral role in the business operations of our Georgia customers. Whether it's automobiles, coal, feed grain, or other agricultural products, consumer goods like televisions, or aggregates such as sand and gravel, CSX helps move Georgia's major commodities to markets around the world. Beyond assisting customers with their logistics and growth, CSX is committed to the local communities in which we operate. Throughout Georgia, we help improve neighborhoods and the environment, and we forge enduring partnerships with our neighbors.
Whether it's from events in the community like the Great Locomotive Chase in Kennesaw, to things like the Strand Theater, and supporting major infrastructure in the community, everywhere you look, you can see CSX involved in those kinds of efforts.
As a company, it certainly does give back. Approximately 3 years ago, we partnered with CSX. They gave to the city with their employees help 100 oak trees because we have what is called Rails to Trails. And that is one of the things that it was donated land by CSX. And that's what partnerships are all about.
CSX provides essential services to Georgia's transportation network. Infrastructure improvement projects planned for Cartersville, LaGrange, and Savannah will help expand freight rail capacity to meet the global demands for products made in Georgia. With an already congested highway system, freight rail is part of the solution to alleviating traffic on Georgia's roads. Just one CSX train can carry the load of 280 trucks. That's a 12-mile convoy of trucks to carry the same goods as one intermodal train. That makes freight rail the most fuel-efficient and environmentally friendly form of transportation.
They want to help take cargo and commerce off of the roads, not for just their own commercial benefit, but to do it because it's the right thing. It's going to lessen the demands of our road system. It's going to help better support the demands on the trucking industry. And they work every day throughout our entire economic development chain on better new business opportunities for Georgians, which translate into jobs for Georgians long term.
We love to have the trains coming in, taking things in, and of course away from Waycross.
Being able to reliably move commerce, not only through Cobb, but across this country, is key to the whole commerce and economic prosperity of our county, our state, and our country.
Working with local communities and businesses, CSX is delivering the promise of a brighter tomorrow to Georgia.
So with the Emmy Awards that were just this past Sunday, Faye was nominated, but we fell just short. But we greatly appreciate the partnership that we have with Cobb County, with Fay, with Mr. Hankerson, and with you, Mr. Chairman, and the commissioners. We feel really good about where we're going as a company. Now, things are changing for us right now. For so long, coal made up such a major part of who we were. And of course, current climate issues, along with the low cost of natural gas, have led us to try to we have to kind of reinvent our business model. And one of the things that is growing while coal is certainly in a decline is our intermodal service. And we have 2 intermodal facilities in Atlanta and one in downtown, basically in the shadows of the Capitol, as well as another in Fairburn that was mentioned, that are really helping to collect that freight that is coming in. Atlanta is a logistics hub, as you all know, between the railroads, between the trucking industry, between the airlines. I mean, there's a lot of freight that comes into this state and comes into this city. So we've got to figure out better ways to move freight, in addition to, I know, what is always talked about, moving people. So we see these 2 intermodal hubs continuing to grow, along with the Port of Savannah. We hope to grow right along with that. But we like we want to be good stewards of the community, and it was mentioned a little bit. And we talked about our contributions with the Strand, the Great Locomotive Chase in Kennesaw. We participate in Smyrna and in the Vinings area. We made a contribution to the Marietta Police Department last year to help them purchase a fingerprint machine. So we had a nice ceremony here, and we want to continue to do that because we know that the communities through which we operate, we have to be stewards. And people tend to think about the trains too much when the train horn is blowing and they're trying to sleep, when the grade crossing is blocked and they're trying to get to that meeting, or when they go over the grade crossing and it rattles their teeth. And those things happen. And we try our best to alleviate that, to fix those issues, try to be responsive. Commissioner Knott and I had a good meeting last year after we had some little mix-up in communications on that, and we came together, and hopefully that has moved okay. But we so what we wanted to come today and show you the video. Thank you, Cobb County, for what you do. You are a very important part of the freight rail network, not only in the Metro Atlanta area, but as a gateway to the entire nation, because the Western Atlantic Railroad, the WNA that runs through here, is a centerpiece of how we get freight from Atlanta into places like New York and Charlotte and Cincinnati and Chicago and beyond. And of course, it's also a major thoroughfare for how that freight gets into Atlanta and the metro area. So I'd be happy to answer any questions, but I thank you again for having us and for your time with watching the video.
All right, Craig, excuse me, too much coffee yet this morning. We appreciate your partnership with Cobb as well. I know that since I've been at least in the chairman's position, you've always been readily available to help on any issue, no matter how small or how big it is. You've been there, whether it's even a CSX issue, even if it's a railroad issue, you've helped us get to the bottom issues, and appreciate your friendship and your partnership in that regard. The video is great. Wish you well with it, and I hope it continues to be able to assist you in remodeling your business plan. I understand how important it is to do that on the goal while you're moving goods to reposition it and continue to grow. So thank you so much for your partnership. We do appreciate that very, very much. Faye was right. The railroad is economic prosperity, and we understand that, and we get it, and we appreciate your commitment to our community as well. The board have any other questions or thoughts?
Great, thank you.
Thank you, sir, for being
I'll
here
just leave you
today.
one thing. Go Braves. And Commissioner Ott has assured me that we'll be back in the thick of things come 2017, right?
Well, we'll see about that.
All right. All
We
right,
like at the moment we're focusing on undefeated Owls.
That's right. Well, they look good.
So-
They absolutely look good. They do.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Anything else, Mr. County Manager? No, sir. Thank you. We adjourn. The work session is adjourned. Thank you.